Right, we all hard at work?
Yeah.
Where's my donut? Where's my donut, folks? Scoffed. Look at this. The painter and decorator has turned up with donuts that have been eaten by these two. And how much have you done so far today?
Lots.
Anyway, here's the more important thing. That is more important. We've got the kettle back in action. Yes, oh yes. Beautiful. Dang, that's hot. We are ready to... What are we doing today, Marty?
I don't know, I asked you that.
Alright, well here's my thoughts. I think we should try and fit some cupboard doors, because I think when you get the cupboard doors on, you can line up where the cupboards are in relation to the work surface, and we can screw them together and we can make sure it all looks right, it's in the right spot before we glue that worktop. I am so nervous about these worktops. I've just got that moment where I snapped it. And I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to get the alignment out. And I want the front of each cupboard door with the handle to be the right distance behind the worktop. So that's the plan, to go in and do some of that. So yeah, it's kind of tiny little shuffling day today. And then when we've done it, it's screw them all together, screw it to the join the work surface. So we've got this join. Remember these? Yeah. So we've got to get that jointed and connected. And when that's done and the cupboards are in the right spot, screw them all together and the thing is locked in place. Hopefully. I was going to finish off the pipes outside from the washing machine, but it's raining. So I'm not. So we're doing this instead. Let's get on with it. Don't do it. What? Rubbish way of doing things.
What's wrong? You said open it.
I did. So if you just slit the top, I was just trying to sort things out. Yeah. These things, you kind of hook them in. Yeah. And there is a bit of a, I can't think which way around it is. Yeah, it's that way. So when you got it there, that eases back and you should be able to then clip it in, yeah?
Right.
That fits then into the door, well, into the frame and into the door. So if we looked on here, this one. Yep. Yep. That's it. Good job. Unless that's an adjustable one. Hinges, end plate, black. They should all be the same. Look good? And then we'll just see if the door shuts. No, you don't have to push it.
I didn't.
Open it. Right. Just push it until it closes itself. Should get to a certain point and do it. Okay, so then what you're looking at is, are these things lined up? Are they square? Where do we want it relative to the overhang?
You notice this is higher than that.
Yeah, so that's how you adjust. That's why you adjust them. But what
How do you adjust them?
with the screws. Just have a go screwing anything. So it's a fine and subtle art. for adjusting doors.
Oh, that's better.
However, we're not bothered about that at the moment. Before you get sidetracked, we're faffing around because we're going to be moving the cupboards.
Well, they're level.
Yeah, they are at the moment, but we need to measure this out and see what's going on. So before we can do anything much, we've got to tidy out all the sawdust from the other jobs that we should have kept tidy beforehand. But Matthew's obsessed with the little sink plug. You know where the tap comes out and they drill it for both sides, so your sink can be both ways round. He likes this. Have you got any nails? No. To pull it off with?
We'll come back.
Well, there's another person where you know there's a special place in hell for you, because that is a stupid amount of sticky bits on basically an advert for your stuff. So, Frank with an E, enjoy your special place in hell.
There we go.
There we go. Finally. So whilst I make a coffee, we're looking at online instructions for these drawer fronts. To there. Anyway.
Right, so this says...
Back to the more important assembly.
Bang, bang, bang. Right there. So let's have a go. Is that, I believe that is the right screw.
Just see what's going on up here. Ah. Oh.
Got me on another break.
Honestly, if it's not donuts, it's some sort of frappuccino mix.
To advertise.
I do not mind advertising so long as we get paid for it.
Littles.
Yeah. You know, these kitchens don't pay for themselves, you know.
Watch me wood.
Oh, yeah.
Watch me wood.
Dancing around the paint pot.
Yeah, that question, that's what I need to ask. What would it be? So do I just... These bits are loose, you see.
Oh, which bits are loose?
There's...
Oh, yeah, a bit of
Do I just
corking.
cork them in?
Yeah, cork them in. This is Matthew's. Well, folks, you can look back on a previous episode to see how Matthew's measuring. We use mat meters. So he had 90 mat meters when it was, I think, 96 centimeters. So we had little gaps in here that Matthew, you know, he sort of cut another extra bit. So, yeah, now we just need to do it. But right, I heard a cheer on the drawer front, so let's quickly. Here we go.
See that?
Oh,
It's pretty good.
back to the coffee. And by the way, we're getting some great comments. They're still coming in. I absolutely love it. You know, going back a bit, we've had comments about the amount of, well, this has come to mind because, you know, you've got packaging, you've got waste and all the rest of it. And I know there was a comment about they'd managed to find space to put a skip so that they could chuck everything in, because you just get an enormous amount of stuff in there. Other comments about, you know, well done on the floor. I know that was staggering. As I'm walking around on it, the difference between before and after. So I know it's a bit dirty now, but when we look at this area here, fitting the cupboards on something that is relatively flat, you know, it gives us a fighting chance of doing a half decent job on here. But just to remind you how much we put in, we can see, you know, the depth. So I've got quite long fingers, but yeah, that's how much we built up the level of the floor in order to give ourselves a chance. A few of you may, you know, you've said, oh, you don't want a step, but this area here, we're going to put in another, just a little bit of self-leveling to get it level, because you can see when we open the door, you can see how much of a gap, well, I don't know if you could see that, but there is quite a gap, there is quite a dip on it, and it would be better just with a little bit, just to level it off. Yes, it's still sunken, but level it off. We'll put a nice entrance, sort of coir mat type thing, you know, wipe your feet and all the rest of it in there. That'll be great. It made a hell of a difference. Really quite amazed how well it's come out. It's good. It's good. I'd recommend it. As I say, it's weird walking on it because it's flat, because when we used to sort of come from this corner, so over here where Matt is doing these drawer fronts to the door, because it was such a downhill, you sort of felt like as you walked to the door, you got faster and faster and faster and almost hit the door. So it's a hell of a difference. Anyway, back to kitchen fitting. Oh, well. Let me line it. Yeah. There we are, can see that. There we go. I think it is. You know, every so often there's something that makes you smile, and Sally has just told me that there is an offer from school to go in, obviously with your child. You can't just turn up at any old school, but go in and you can have a school lunch. Get in now. I don't want any of your fancy modern stuff. I want a good meat pie, lots of spuds, some veg, and then something like a rhubarb crumble and custard, or maybe JRP and custard, you know, jam roly-poly. Let's see if traditions are still there, because I used to love most of the school dinners. How about that? That's made me smile. It's also made me feel hungry. And I think it is about lunchtime, so I might just down tools and disappear off for some food. Okay, bitter experience has made me realise when you get loads of packets and you spread them around, you can't remember which is which. So I've just written on it. Anyway, meanwhile, I've done the drawers. Look at this, he's adjusted the drawers. Do we let him near the handles?
How hard can it be?
How hard can it be? That's normally my phrase. It's normally the portent of doom.
Can't be that hard. I run a construction company.
Are we using mat meters?
39.5.
Yeah, so it should be 400, shouldn't it? How big's the handle?
Well, it's not.
Well, no, that'd be a fraction off, but it's a 400mm wide unit.
It's for centimetre. Look at that.
Okay, 39.5. So how big's that?
So this, hang on, that is 13.
395. Just do 395, yeah.
Okay. This is 20.
200. So how far in
200.
does it come?
So.
Right, I've done it in my head already.
Right, well, good for you.
97.5.
395.
Yeah, 97.5 from each side.
97.5. Is that right?
Well,
so
I wasn't an accountant for no reason.
And now you fit kitchens, huh?
Well, I wouldn't say that either. I kind of don't do both.
I've already forgotten what I said. 97.5, wasn't it? 95, 96, 97. So it wants to be
About there.
about
Okay.
there. Can you see that? Yeah.
And then go across, keep going.
Well, no, I don't need to because I can just put that on there.
Oh,
don't I?
hey! Check out the big brain on Matt.
So if I put that...
Okay.
And that should be... No, look, see, it's
You
marked,
can see.
it's marked at 5. It's just poor light.
Oh yeah. Is that it for the painter and decorator?
Yeah. Other things to do, places to go to. What should I do with that?
So what we're thinking here is if we shut this, rest of the handles, we make sure that the handles are in the right spot. It just helps him with just lining the handles up. Anyway, we've got a question over here from the audience. So the question is, what do you do with this? Yeah. Stick your answer in the comments below. Yeah. Where's the red bit? Where's the red bit?
I don't know. There. Oh, down to the common screws.
Yeah, they would have done, yeah, you would have thought so.
Oh, really? Oh, there's a little thing on there.
You thought they would come with screws?
Well, yeah, no, I didn't.
No, I didn't. I didn't think they
The
could.
light switches, the light switches.
I did not think they would come with
The
screws.
light switches didn't come with screws either, did they?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You went and bought some because you
No.
couldn't find the screws for the.
No. I had
It's something to do with the light. didn't
no, the screws that come for a light switch are tiny, and some of the boxes are too far back, so I have to buy longer ones so that they can reach to connect.
Find some screws.
No.
Yeah. Let's look back at the video, shall we?
If only someone had been recording
Whoa!
every second
Whoa!
of it.
Hey, what's this? Jacques Hughes? Bloody hell! You lot, get back to work. You lot clear off. You do that. Well, I'm feeling very hurt. Feeling very hurt.
Yeah.
I will. I'll look back at the recordings and I will prove that I was probably wrong. Right. Anyway, meanwhile. On here we've got a unit that comes in here, which is a kind of an upright. Then we have this unit here, which is like a bridging one. So you've got a bit more space above the sink here for your head, so you're not headbutting something. And then we have another wall unit here. Now the brackets need to be drilled and screwed and everything within about so much of the edge of each unit. First unit comes to here. The next unit comes to here. Now, I am fairly certain that that is where the water pipes are, but we're just going to double check. And I can't believe I didn't measure it. When we had it off, we didn't measure it. But there's clanking above because Matthew's gone upstairs to the bathroom. So the bath is above us here. He's going to see if he can see where the pipes bend down and see how far in they come. And I'm reasonably certain that it's there, but that's bloody close to there. And I really don't want to drill through the main cold feed. I do not like this. So we didn't measure. I didn't measure. Matthew certainly didn't, because he'd never think to do it. But we didn't measure how far in the water pipes are. So I've just gone upstairs into the bathroom, and whilst I can't say I can feel the end of the floorboard just beyond the joist where the water pipes bend and go down. And it's about here, 400. That's 500, that's 600, and we need to be drilling about there. Do I have the courage to do it? Do you know what I feel like doing? Here's an idea. If this bit's going to be behind the cupboard, I feel like I might just take out a chunk of plaster and see if we can actually find where they are. Or do I just take a gamble? No, I'm not going to take a gamble. I think I'm going to try and chisel out and find out for sure where those pipes are. Because although they kind of appear here, although they go in there, what's to say someone didn't put bloody great bend in it? Who knows? Anyway, that's the dilemma. A bit stupid that I didn't measure it. Oh well. Can't change it now.
I've got an idea.
Hold on. Matthew's got an idea. Right, he's got a fancy gizmo that you can attach to your phone to see thermal images. Yeah, thermal images for when he does his spray cork, he can see the benefit of having sprayed it.
We use it to see which areas have poor insulation and everything like that.
Here we go.
If I turn on the hot tap, the hot water feed is quite hot, and I can see exactly where the pipe is.
No way. That's it.
That's it there.
So that's the hot.
That's where the hot is. We can see
Right,
where the hot water
I'm going
pipe
to put
is.
the screwdriver somewhere.
Yeah, you're kind of on it now. Yeah, you're bang on it.
There.
Right about there.
What about here?
No, nothing.
So on there, that is saying that is about 400 mil in, which is where I kind of saw the pipes going in. The question is, do I believe technology and Matthew's gizmo, or what? Hey,
Bright red.
oh, hot-blooded. Well,
So it's
no. Hey, wasn't I clever to think of using some thermal tech to find it? But what it's proved, well, what it shows and indicates is that it's straight line, it's vertical. It shows that it's about 400. So drilling at 600 should be fine.
Well, you're not going to hit the hot water.
Yeah, we're not going to hit the hot water. It'll only be the cold.
Yeah.
All right. I think I need to eat to have something to eat to give me the confidence to do it. Okay, so we've got some lunch, and yeah, I've gone healthy with a bag of salad. Oh yeah, and half a pizza and a big bag of crisps. No crinkle cut Seabrook beefy crisps though. This is what Britain was built on.
Happy to go.
Thank you. Haha, working lunch, come on. I'm just trying to get the laser up high enough to get it at a point where the brackets need to be. And then I can, you know, get them level. I was asked a while ago, what did I put down on the floor as the primer? And I couldn't remember, and I've just found it in a cupboard. So yeah, it's this Bostik Chempole Universal Primer. So that's the one. So that's what I used. There you go. Hope that helps. And better late than never, hey? Well, it's my first ever wall cupboard that I've hung, and if I move out of the way, you will see the laser line. How about that? Needs to be. I don't think the cupboard's square. Probably a combination of wonky house, wonky instruments and all the rest of it, but I'm working on the basis that light can't be bent unless it's, I think it was Einstein that said, unless an enormous amount of gravity acts upon it like a black hole. As far as I'm aware, that chimney and fireplace is not a black hole, so that should be perfectly square. You've got a wonky chimney. You've got maybe a spirit level that isn't level, and you've got maybe a laser level that isn't level. I give you my first ever wall cupboard. That's not bad, is it? Oh, it'll look all right in the end, I'm sure. Yeah, it feels like we're beginning to get somewhere, doesn't it, with this kitchen, with anything. God, I mean, the thing is, I work here a few hours on a day. It's not 8 in the morning till 5 at night or 10 at night or anything like that. It's just for a few hours. I'm quite pleased with it, you know. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. And the laser, the battery's just run out, but the laser was running across level as well. All right, I'm going to do a bit more. See if we can get that final cupboard up and hopefully not hit a water pipe. That's my danger zone. That's where I need to put it, and it comes out about that far. Danger zone. Bracket. Well, you know what TROUBLE spells? Hopefully not on this occasion. Well, I have just drilled in here, and at the moment no water is gushing out, so I think the pipes are about here, and we're managing to do it either side. I just hoping that as I screw this screw in, maybe the drill bit just stops short of the pipe and the screw will just puncture it. Come on, positive. Who'd have guessed? Hey, who'd have guessed that we could have got to this kind of point here where we've got stuff in and it's looking good. You know, the kitchen has some space to it. You know, the layout works really well, or looks good, a bit of space, you know, to be here. We're gonna have a table that comes kind of this way, so you can have a chair for the table. Hey, it's like every throw a coconut. Come on. Yeah, so on that note, I'm gonna say thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe. If you love it, share it with a friend and you can see more of this crazy kitchen stuff. And when we're done here, which it makes it sound like I'm going to be done in about half an hour. I'm not, because I've got loads of tiling to do. Did I tell you I don't like tiling? It's right up there with plumbing. Tiling to do, the splashbacks, then the flooring, then the wall, ceiling, that bit. But then I might have a bit of a variation. I might go back into the sitting room, finish off the plastering, because I think, yeah, because then all I need to do is put the sockets on, test the circuit for the sockets, boom, light works, then we can get in, put some carpet in. Hey, oh my goodness, folks, the dream is coming closer, and I will see you again as we continue to escape to the dream house. Come on. Look at that. That's good.